Hi, 14th Dadasaheb Phalke Film Festival 2024.
How did you come up with the idea for this film? What was your drive behind making this film?
It's a long story. I think most of us while growing up, we heard the story of the thirsty crow. And eventually, it occurred to me when you start learning physics that how the pebbles will have these negative areas and they might be absorbing the entire water and the water will not come to the top. But I kept wondering then what the crow should be doing. With age, I got answered to myself that if the crow drops a seedling in that thing, it might grow into a tree. When there are more trees around, maybe rain will happen. But obviously, for that, you want more crows to do that. So, when the story came to my mind, I thought I should make a film on this and people would be aware of it.
What roadblock did you face when you were starting up?
See, when you work on a very different medium yourself professionally, which is for me is branding and graphic design, and to take out time for a movie which you equally in your mind and in your heart is equally important, and you want it to do the right way. So there is no correct team that I was being able to formulate during that time. And then when we did, Corona happened, which took away 3 years. And then after that, when I came back to the working space, I thought of making a small team, and this time it really worked.
Tell us about managing the human and financial resources of this film production.
It's one of the most tough part because one, we are all working together towards it. Now to make people feel that they are a part is somehow feels wrong at times, because then it seems that you're not going to pay them. So I wanted to pay them, but maybe I don't wanted to pay them as much they are maybe making professionally. So it was really difficult, and but it worked really well because I feel eventually everybody who is a part of this, they kind of thought and worked for it as their own work.
Tell us about the challenges you faced while shooting this film.
There are these three parts. All of them they have this liquid motion, which we actually shot using macro lens. It was quite a task because we never did that before, but I kind of have this visualization which I wanted to put, and with the cost that we have, the money that we have, this was the most possible way of doing it.
How different was what you originally envisioned the film being like and how it eventually turned out?
I would say the concept through and through never changed. The crow is going to sacrifice itself for the betterment of the universe, of its surrounding. So that idea never changed. What changed is with time there were new styles coming out, and I really wanted to experiment with those styles, not stuck into one style and do three parts, because the three parts are also very different in themselves.
Tell us about the target audience of the film and USP of it.
I feel everybody is target audience to this film. The new generation, kids I'm talking about, and their parents. I feel that this is the time when everybody is talking about climate change. I'm not sure how much people understand it. I know that they get affected by the changing weather, but I don't know whether it is making them think how they should work out the environment around them. And that's why I feel like it has a big audience, and it's important also for them to understand it, go through this pain, understand that after this pain the next generation might have a better chance to live and breathe.
What are your promotions and distribution plans for this?
When I made the film, I was not targeting to be winning an award or being in an official section of any award. So there was no much plan as such. But being a professional branding designer, I had a few ideas for which we have made small snippet videos, where the whole idea that it's not a single crow. It's not a situation. There could be various situations. The idea is to go through it and try to do something good. So keeping that whole idea intact, we have thought of a lot of promotional ideas.
Why should the audience watch this film?
I feel it's very important for the audience to watch this film, or at least understand the whole idea behind it. It's not important whether this film or any other film, but I feel that it's very important for them to understand the idea and the value of sacrifice that they are going to make towards nature. I think that when it's an Earth Day and we talk of switching off the lights for an hour, it's very difficult for people to do even that. So if they can't do that, this is the level of sacrifice that maybe we need. We need people to undergo a certain change in their way of thinking, and that's what the movie is trying to make them understand. So that's why it's very important, I feel.
Any message you want to give to emerging filmmakers?
I would count myself also as emerging filmmaker, and I just feel that whatever you want to do, and as a creative person, I would give these suggestions that whatever your story is, your value is, your way of looking at things are. I think it's very important to show that with that honesty, with that true value, and that is what I think is going to matter. That is what is going to affect. I wish all the best to Dadasaheb Phalke Film Festival and 2024, and I wish them good luck. Thank you.